So this is what happens. You help to bring in the trash or recycle for your neighbors so they don't have to do it. And a neighbor comes out of nowhere and you start talking about different things. And then the other neighbor comes out. And here I was just trying to fix up before I do my next video. And this is going to be the continuing, this is a part 4 of you want the better quality cameras with more weight, the interchangeable lenses, or do you want portability, where it's just an all-one zoom or primes? Well, I'm going to put a little switch on that. What I'm going to talk about is this type of camera, which is, I think, pretty interesting. And I got quite a few of them, so bear with me. Okay, so in the first bag, I got 2 cameras in one little bag. And this is the GR3, the Street Edition, and the GR3X. So it's like a 28 millimeter and 40 millimeter camera, okay? Fixed focal length, lousy on video, but great for macros. I got a dummy battery that I can run. Well, no, I don't have a dummy battery for these cameras, but I do have extra batteries. So that's one option. Okay, you take a little bitty camera anywhere, but you're fixed at certain focal lengths. Okay, so that's one thing. But look how tiny this bag is. Not even like 3 pounds at the most. It's like what a heavy lens would be with the camera. All right, but I have 2 cameras in here with a lot of batteries and stuff, battery charger and stuff. That's bag number 1. Number 2 is another fixed lens, and you all know what this one is. This is a classic. This is the Fuji X106. I got the small rig retro cage on here. You can do 6K, 30. Stabilized. You can crop, but I've shown in other videos that even cropping, you could stay at the 35 millimeter focal length. But this is 40 megabytes. So I like the megapixels, or 45 megapixels, you know, on the camera. Okay, it makes all the difference in the world. The focusing is excellent, well, most of the time, but it's still a fixed lens. Okay, you can crop, but even if you stayed at the 35 or 28 or 40, okay, by cropping in, you get the same megapixels at the end, and it looks the same. So why even do it? So last fixed lens is the very expensive. Of course, it's a bigger bag, but you see, when you have like a Canon R5 too, you have a bigger bag and you have to change the lenses. So the other option is you get like a Q3 or the Q3-43. It's an 8K camera. It does video, fixed lens. Yes, it does macro. And yes, you can crop just like the other cameras, okay? But we already talked about that. A lot better. I got a nice case for it, half case. I can just use it. I did have a thumb grip, but it became loose after a while, all right? So I don't want to damage anything like this. It's important, you know, with a hot shoe. If I need like a flash or something like that, or even for something like for sound, okay? So anyway, but on the sound, there's nothing internal, okay? You only got 2 ports. So I would go with the flash or something that they would make that would fit in there for the sound, okay? Use a hot shoe. But anyway, this is a third option. But there's another fourth option. And this is where it kind of gets where you get into you want the picture quality. Okay, it's convenient to have. It's another small camera. In fact, I got two of them, and it's a Sony brand. All right. So here I got two RX100s. One is a Mark V version A, and the other one is a 7. So you see, I can't tell them apart, but that's the 5. And what I like about it is the flip screen goes up. This is a perfect vlogging camera. Okay, it's a 24 to I think maybe 50, might be 70, 24 to 70. I can't remember. But anyway, that's one. And of course, the second one is this bad boy, the Mark 7. And this is like a 24 to 240, okay, or 200. All right. So I was talking about the 24 to 240 and the 35 millimeter on the Canon. This is a 20 megapixel camera. I turn it on. It automatically comes up. You can zoom. I got it on program mode, but you can put it in aperture priority. And you can, let's see how to do it. Is it this way? Yeah. So I can bring it down to 2.8. Okay. And if I go all the way to 200 millimeters, okay, it goes to 4.5. That's not bad for a one-end sensor camera. Excellent. One of the top line point and shoots. Okay, good handle. The only problem I have is I keep hitting the movie record, but you can disable it. All right, but that's the one thing. And it doesn't have a switch. What I like about it, it doesn't have a switch between movie and picture mode. Okay, so use the shutter to take photos, and you use record for the video. But anyway, even with the finder, it has a little finder. And what I like about it is you can pop it down and look what happens. It turns off the camera. Also the fact that with the flash, it does have a flash on here. All right. And then if you just do the finder, it turns on the camera, and you can take a picture right off the bat. If there's no light, the flash would work, okay? But then you would have to turn it on. But anyway, long story short, just push it in, closes. So I am going to do the same test between these four. And this is just a different option. I got the small rig grip on there, so you can put it on an arc Swiss thing without putting the little screw in here, and it'll work fine. Okay. Also the fact that you know, you can use a tripod, whatever. It won't keep the door from opening. All right. So you can place the tripod over there. Also, you can get the battery and the SD card out. All right. Yes, it is in the battery well. Yes, it's only one SD card, but it works for me. And you can do 4K 30 on it, which I recommend instead of a 4K 24. But I'm going to test these cameras out, the different options, and you kind of look at the price point. So I think the cheapest are the Ricos. They're about $1,000. Then comes the, they're not making the R5 anymore. I mean the RX100 Mark V version A. But they're not really making the RX100 Mark 7. So I finally got that camera, but that's about $1,400. Okay, you go to the Fuji X106, That's about a $1,600 camera. And then some people are still willing to pay $2,000 for it. Then of course the Leica, you're looking at a $5,000 camera. Okay, it's probably $5,500. Yeah, you know, when you add the batteries to it, I got the dummy battery, so I got that one with the Leica SL2S, Leica Q3. I had a third one. I was going to get the SL3, and I was going to get maybe the SL3S, but I decided to get the Panasonics instead because they're much cheaper. They all got dummy batteries, and you know, everything's cheaper. I got the S1R2, and I've done videos on that, and I've been doing other videos like the Z5 II, which is now the new full frame camera, like the R8 is to the Canon, or the let's see, with the Sony. You know, they got the smaller cameras that are kind of like to the entrance, which is cheaper than the A7 IV. But they got the older cameras like the A7 III, A7 II, you know. So they're still making some they stopped making. So the videos I'm going to do with these is, this is like chapter or part 4, is I'm going to show the differences with the same type of pictures, 4 pictures, at you know, at the fixed lengths, and then one with the different focal lengths. And you tell me, is this a different option? So you can bring this around, and I got a smaller camera bag too, where I can do everything for you. Take nice pictures and stuff. I'll do video. And this does have a dummy battery. So does the Q3 and the Fuji X106. The Ricos, I don't have dummy batteries because I just use it for picture taking, and I got extra camera batteries for it. So no problem with that. So thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. By the way, I also had the DJI, what is it? The Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo. Comes with the mic, extra handles, the battery, the gimbal. That's another option, okay? And there are so many options now that one size is for different people. So some may want the smaller cameras, some may just want a simple a vlogging kit. I haven't taken any pictures, I've only done video on that. And some people want the better picture quality also. So I'm going to put it through the paces. We'll see if this is worth, you know, like something like this, even if it only goes to 4K 30. This one goes 6K 30. This one is lousy. I'll only do 1080p, but there's record limits on that. So it's just a different option. Instead of bringing your more expensive mirrorless camera or DSLR with interchangeable lenses. Here's the point and shoot side, and it'll go to portability, but it'll also go into weight. So it has portability, weight, but now you have to test the picture quality. Can it sustain the picture quality to like a mirrorless or DSLR? Thanks for listening to my rant. As always, I will see you in the next video. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.